Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups today. For today, January the 6th. So yesterday was a really slow day. We'll see that on the lower time frames. It really was bouncing around in a very tight range for most of the day, and basically until the USA, well, just before the USA Open, and then it kind of changed its tact a bit. For me at the moment, this little song and dance up here is still potentially a top. And sorry, I see I have a different template up. Let's just get the video template up. There we go. So this little song and dance that we've got up here is still, as far as I'm concerned, not sure of what's going on. So we do have a crossover that has now happened. So in other words, all the moving averages crossed over, but we've got this gathering here of the oscillators. So that is overbought tremendously. So what we should be looking for on this time frame is a pullback onto structure. We've got a gap down here as well. So any pullback sort of on any one of these levels I've just put in would still be seen as bullish on the 8 hour. So that's 13,900. It's 14,207 and 14,338. Now, if we start drilling down through the time frames, you can see this week has been pretty solid, and an attempted rejection here which sailed through these levels, and now this level, which has held us up the whole of yesterday, it does look like we have got a move above it. But again, a lot of this happened after hours, so I'd be a little bit skeptical of it. We did ease off. You can see a separation here. We've got some European or Eurozone data coming out today, so there is still a possibility of a move higher, and that would be the target area at the moment, 14,582. If we look at the hour, you can see what I mean by yesterday. It was absolutely chaotic. You would have assumed that we were going to sort of roll back to one of these other levels to the downside. Just the way that you kept having these rejections here, and kind of it's a weird pattern that formed, something which we obviously need to do a bit of research on. So we could argue it's a diamond, I suppose, but I'm looking at that. Oh, sorry, not that one. Put that in. So we could argue it's a diamond pattern. There is the diamond. I suppose that's probably the most logical one there. But and diamond patterns is basically just a consolidation, so it's similar to a range. And we've got the breakout. But this is also, I'm looking at this as the flat. That's a triangle, and I much prefer triangles. They give you a better indication. So normally in a triangle like this is a inverse head and shoulders type setup. So could see that on the 15 minutes, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose there it is there. A double shoulder head and then some weird kind of shoulder here. But anyway, something worth just paying attention to, just to see whether this has happened in the past and what typically happens after that. Anyway, that's just a note to myself. Right now, what we're looking for is we're looking for structure, and the closest bit of structure is at 14,497, 14,500. So if we can hold 14,500, which is these tails up here, there it is there. If we can hold 14,500 today, then I would expect us at least to get to 14,582. Depending on the data late this afternoon, that could also be shattered to the upside. So at the moment, the DAX is pretty much faring way better than the US markets. And as I said yesterday on the weekly, we've got this weekly head and shoulders. We've got a double top play here as well. We just need to clear this zone that we are flirting with at the moment, and then the setup could start the setup could start forming for us. So yeah, I'm bullish on this at the moment, and it's just these levels need to hold. If these levels can hold, then we have the opportunities brewing for a longer term move to the upside. 15-minute chart, you can see a couple of gaps here this morning. Look at them. Typically you would see us come back to that, but then you've got this trend line, so it'd be wise to put in that level, and you'd also be wise to put in that level there. Okay, so 14,472 to 14,483, and then 14,500. Those are the levels you need to pay attention to. Any bounce off that, or any price action, positive price action off that, being inside bars, engulfing bars, or pin bars, I would be looking for my longs. The stop loss would be just below that, the bars that have formed that price action, and then I am targeting 14,582. Hope that helps, and we will catch up with you on Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend.